Welcome to your practice. My name is Mary. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to talk about finding our personal truth. So the way to do that is have what you think about, what you say, and what you do line up. So when all three of those things are in alignment, then you have congruence and can be true to yourself. So let's begin our practice today finding alignment on the mat and thinking about how to be aligned in those aspects of thought, speech, and action. Come to your mat. A chair might come in handy today. We'll start in a seated position and we'll begin just by settling in. So have a tall spine. Take a breath in and let the air go. And just take a moment to settle in. You could close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Take one more deep breath in, finding alignment in your spine, and then exhaling. Now come to an all fours position. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Your knees will be about hip width distance apart. Spread your fingers. And we're just going to start to move from side to side. So as you're moving from side to side, notice that you might feel a little bit off balance, but then when you come back to center, it's kind of like finding home. So play around with that, being off balance, finding balance, off balance, and balance. And then maybe move forward and slightly back, finding that middle spot of balance in between. Now, press more weight on your index finger and thumb. Your fingers will be spread a little bit. Curl your toes. Lift your knees off the ground and then bring your hips high and back, but keep your knees very bent. And begin by pedaling your feet. So bring one heel towards the ground and then the next. And begin to move with your breath. So exhaling as one heel goes towards the ground. Inhaling both heels up and then exhaling the other heel down. And then moving at your pace with your breath. Look to your hands, walk your feet up to your hands to come to halfway lift. Bend your knees to forward fold, let your neck relax. You could have your fingers tented by your side or clasp your elbows with opposite hands. And then start to sway a little bit, finding that place of instability and balance in the center. And then the other direction, instability and balance. Now, tent your fingers if you were holding onto your elbows. We're going to slowly rise up, keeping chin towards chest. And then once you arrive, bring your arms out wide and up, and then clasp your three fingers. Your pointer finger and thumb will be up, kind of like Charlie's Angels fingers. And then we're going to be using this mudra through practice, and we're just going to slash through any illusions that are holding us back from our personal truth. So let's try that one more time. Arms out and up, clasp your three fingers, pointer finger and thumb, and slash through. Now take a full deep breath in, exhale, hinge and fold, tent your fingers, step your right foot back into a low lunge with your chest forward. Now plant your hands, step your left foot back into downward dog. Breathe in, come to all fours. Exhale, sink into child's pose. Take a breath in to come to all fours. Curl your toes, bring your hips high and back to downward dog as you exhale. Look to your hands, walk your feet up to your hands to come to halfway lift, straight spine, crown of your head forward, hands on your shins or thighs. Now hinge and fold with very bent knees. Let your neck relax. Slowly rise up, chin to chest, arms out and up. Clasp your hands and slash through any illusions. Coming right back up, arms up and out. Hinge and forward fold, tense your fingers. This time step your left foot back, but shine your heart forward, pressing your heel towards the back of the room. Plant your hands, step your right foot back into downward dog. Breathe in, come to all fours. Exhale, sink into child's pose. Take a breath in to all fours. Curl your toes, bring your hips high and back to downward dog. Look to your hands, walk your feet up to your hands to come to halfway lift. Hinge and fold. Press into the ground to rise up, arms out and up. Clasp your hands together and slash through. Right away, we're going to bring our arms out and up. Hinge and fold. Tense your fingers. Step your right foot back into a low lunge, but this time in your low lunge, place your right knee on the ground. Rise up with your arms out and up, and then clasp your hands together. Slash through as you come down, planting your hands, framing your left foot. Now step your left foot back and come into plank. And we're going to find some alignment in plank. You could be on your plank on knees. Press your heels towards the back of the room. Notice where your shoulders are in relation to your wrists. You might need to move a little bit forward or backwards to get your shoulders right over your wrists. Now, everybody come to their knees and lower all the way to your belly, resting your forehead on the mat. Your hands will be alongside your chest. Press your weight into your feet as you breathe in. Let your chest rise up. Draw your shoulders down and back. And lower down. Now press into the earth with your hands to come to all fours. Curl your toes. Bring your hips high and back to downward dog. In downward dog, have your fingers spread, a little bit more weight on your index finger and thumb. Draw your hips up towards the sky, but your heels towards the earth, feeling the length along the back of your legs. And once you've found that length, then draw your chest towards your thighs. Let your neck relax. Now look towards your hands, walk your feet up to your hands to come to halfway lift, straight back, crown of your head forward, bend your knees and fold. Press into the earth to rise up, clasp your hands at the top and slash down. Full deep breath in, arms out and up, hinge and fold, tense your fingers. Step your left foot back into low lunge. Shine your heart forward. Place your left knee on the ground to come to a low lunge. Bring your hands up. Clasp your fingers together and then slash down, framing your right foot as you come down. Step your right foot into plank. Finding alignment in plank, pressing your heels towards the back of the room, drawing your navel towards your spine. Notice where your breath is. Lengthen your inhales and your exhales. Now lower all the way to your belly, squeezing your sides with your arms as you lower. Rest your forehead on the mat. Press the tops of your feet into the earth. Bring your chest up as you inhale. Shining your heart forward, feeling the sensation in your upper back, not craning your neck. Drawing shoulders down and back, feeling the Muscles activated in your upper back. Lower down. Press into all fours. Curl your toes on your way to downward dog. Look to your hands. Walk your feet up to your hands to come to halfway lift. Hinge and fold. Press into the ground to rise up. Clasp your hands together and slash through any illusions. So now if you'd like to have your chair handy, we're going to come into Warrior 3 for one of the poses. So you can bring that out. You might need it. So come to your mat. We're going to step our left foot back. First into a Warrior 1 stance. So your right foot will be bent. Your left foot will be behind you, grounded into the earth. Now first, bring your hips and chest to the left. We're coming to Warrior 2 first. So bring your arms out along sides, gazing out over your right fingertips. Feel your feet pressing into the earth. Now imagine you're gaining strength, pulling strength from the earth to support your base. Draw attention to your breath. Notice if it's choppy or ragged, or maybe you're holding your breath. Just lengthen your inhales and your exhales, settling in your strength. Now put your hands on your hips. We're coming into a Warrior 1 stance again. So you might have to adjust your feet a little bit. So find out where you have a really nice solid base. Now bring your hands up into that mudra that we're practicing. And we're going to, as you bring your hands up, your right foot will straighten. And then as you slash down and exhale, bend your right knee. And let's do that a couple times. So breathe in, arms up. Exhale, down. One more time. Breathe in. And exhale, down. Now bring your left foot so that you're in a crescent stance. So the ball of your left foot will be on the ground, standing almost like you're standing on the tippy toe, so lifting your heel up. So let's do that movement again. So drawing your arms up, straightening your front leg, exhaling down, breathing in and out. And one more time, take a breath in and out. Place your hands on your hip. This is where we're going into Warrior 3. So place a lot of weight on your right foot. We're going to kick off our left foot. So if your chair is there and you'd like to use that, you can use the chair for balance. Coming into Warrior 3, flexing your back foot. If you feel a little bit more adventurous, you can try this using the mudra, stepping into Warrior 3, and then stretching your hands long, clasping your 3 fingers, pointer finger and thumb pointing forward, feeling the length along your spine, and notice how hard your right foot is working, finding that balance, feeling your strength and power, and then rise up. Take a full breath in, arms out and up, and then bring your hands by your side. Let's do the other side. So step your right foot back, ground your right foot into the earth, finding that nice solid base. Now bring your chest and hips to the right and come into Warrior 2. And you might need to move your feet around to find your solid base. So once you're done finding your base, come into stillness, really focusing on the fingertips of your left hand. Feeling the energy from the earth supporting you, giving you the strength to stand in this pose, standing in your strength, standing in your truth. Place your hands on your hips and then move into Warrior One, so bringing your hips and chest to the left, possibly changing your stance a little bit to once again get a nice solid base. Bring your arms up, clasp your hands into the mudra, left knee straight and down as you exhale. Breathing in, straighten your left leg, coming up, arms up, exhaling, arms down, bent left knee. And one more time, breathing in and out. Now come onto the ball of your right foot into Crescent Pose. Standing on the ball of your right foot, stretching tall. Now bring your arms up, straighten your left leg, and then come down as you exhale. Breathing in and out. And one more time, take a breath in and out. Now we'll come into Warrior Three. You can use the chair for balance, or you can launch off your back foot and rise forward. Stretching your arms in one direction, your back leg in the other with your back foot flexed, long spine. Remember to breathe. Steady inhale, steady exhale, and then you can rise up, take a full deep breath in. You can move the chair out of the way, bring your hands down, take a full deep breath in, exhale, hinge and fold, plant your hands, come into all fours, finding that nice solid base in your all fours. Now step your right foot back, pressing the ball of your foot in the mat, heel towards the back of the room, finding some instability here. Maybe bringing your left arm forward, stretching your left arm forward, possibly lifting your right foot off the ground. And then come back to all fours, and we'll go right to the other side, stepping your left foot back, ball of your left foot on the mat. Bringing your right arm forward, like you're shaking somebody's hand. Then lift your left foot off the ground if that feels okay. So feeling the unsteadiness, and then coming back home. Now lower all the way to your belly. Rest your forehead on the mat. Place your arms along your side. You could have your palms down or up. And we'll start by first, as you take a breath in, lift your chest up. Still looking at the ground. And then lower down. Now this time we're going to, as you rise up, just bring your legs up. As you breathe in, feeling more sensation in your lower back. And then lower down. Now as you breathe in, bring your chest and legs and arms off the ground. Big breath in. We'll hold for 2 breaths. Feeling all of the muscles of your back work, keeping your shoulders down and back. And then lowering down. Bring your hands alongside your chest to press yourself up into all fours, and then sink into child's pose. Bring your right hand along the outside of your mat. Place your left hand on top of right. You could use your upper right arm as a little cushion for your head. Notice as you breathe in that you feel more expansion along your left side body. Almost as if you're like a fish and you're breathing through the gills on the side of your body. Come back to center just for a beat. And then move to the left side. So left hand on the outside of the mat, right hand over left. This time feeling the sensation of the stretch and openness along your right side body. And come back to center. Press yourself up onto your knees. Standing on knees, arms out and up. And then come into your mudra. And then slash down, sink into child's pose. We'll do that 2 more times. So as you breathe in, rise up, arms out and up. Clasp your hands together, sinking down. And 1 more time, arms out and up, clasping your hands and sinking down. Now press up into all fours and then come to a seat. Bring your legs into a V position. Sitting up tall, straight, long spine. Bring your arms up. Turn slightly to the left, and we're going to fold over our left foot, our left leg. As you're folding here, notice if you're holding tension anywhere in your body. And if you are holding tension, maybe sit up a little bit so that you can find that space where you feel the sensation of the stretch, but you're not overstretching. So that tension that you might be feeling in other parts of your body could be an indication that you're pushing too hard. And then rise up, come to center, and we're just going to do a slight forward fold right towards the center. You could bring your elbows and forearms to the ground, maybe your hands. So we'll just stay here for 2 breaths. Now sit up tall once again, bring your arms out and up, slight turn to the right, and then fold over your right leg. And think about using the tension that you feel in your body if you're pushing too hard as a stopping point. So maybe play around with that. And if you find that you often try to push too hard, think about where that is coming from. Is that an external force? Thinking that you should be stretching further or your body should be doing something. But I'll challenge you to listen to your body. So feeling the sensation of the stretch, but if you're noticing tension other places, relax and maybe come up a little bit. So as you take your breath in, rise up, arms out and up. And we'll just do a mini fold right to the center. And then you can sit up tall, and we'll be coming onto our backs. So you can just roll back in a way that feels good. Bring your knees up, place your hands on your shins, and we're just going to roll from side to side. Now place your feet on the ground, arms alongside your body. Cross your right foot over your left knee. And you could stay here, or you could lift your left foot off the ground, possibly bringing your hands on the back side of your left leg, maybe clasping your hands. So feeling that stretch along your right hip. It might feel good to roll your ankles here. It might feel good to rock from side to side. And maybe when you're doing that rocking, you'll find a spot that says, oh, I feel that's very tight. I'm going to stay here for a little bit. It might be a little uncomfortable, but notice the distinction between discomfort and pain. So if you're feeling a sharp pain, then obviously ratchet back a little bit. But if it's a little discomfort, see if you can sit in that discomfort and be in that discomfort. And then you can uncross your leg and we'll go right to the other side, cross your left leg over your right knee, and then work towards finding what your body needs. So moving into whatever position feels good and true for your body. So it could be rolling your ankles, maybe moving from side to side and finding that spot that really needs a little extra stretching and attention. It might be saying, pick me, pick me. And if you are finding an uncomfortable spot, notice first where your mind goes and notice where your breath is and tune into your breath. Feeling the sensation of the air as it moves in and out of your nose. And then uncross your feet. We're going to come into a full body stretch. Arms one direction, legs the other. Full stretch, and then come into your resting position of Shavasana with your arms either at your sides and your legs slightly spread, or finding a position where you can find some stillness for our last few minutes of class. So as you're settling in, tune into your breath, perhaps gently closing your eyes. And feel your back grounded into the earth, your whole backside body. You could imagine that the earth is supporting you physically, but also bringing in energy into your body. With that energy comes strength. And with that strength, that gives you physical strength, but also mental strength. Thinking about your ability to stay congruent in your thoughts, your words, and your actions. So rest here. There's nothing left for you to do but to be true to yourself. Simply be yourself. Start to bring awareness to your breath, lengthening your inhales and your exhales. So as you're breathing in, feeling energy and oxygen coming through your body, you might feel some wiggles in your fingers and your toes. And take a few more breaths, maybe moving your arms and your legs. And then when you're ready, roll on to whatever side is calling you, using the side that you've rolled to as a little pillow, maybe bringing your knees towards your chest into a fetal position. And take a moment here in gratitude. Thank yourself for coming to class today, taking time for your self-care, taking time to be aligned in who you are. And then when you're ready, you can press yourself up to a seated position. Draw your hands to your heart. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.